Hello, my name is Danielle Nosbusch. I am honored to be applying for the NC-ACTE Broyhill Scholarship. I currently serve as the historian for Durham School of Technology's FBLA chapter and as the reporter for the North Central District 4-H program. These leadership roles have strengthened my communication, organization, and teamwork skills, and they've shaped me in a way that I approach service and professionalism today. I'm grateful for the opportunity to share my experiences and answer your questions today. What does leadership mean to you, and how have you demonstrated it in your school or community? To me, leadership means using your skills to support others, create opportunities, and make a positive impact. A leader communicates clearly, stays organized, and helps people feel confident in what they're doing. I demonstrate leadership through my roles in FBLA and 4-H, where I serve as a chapter historian and district reporter. I create newsletters, graphics, and projects that strengthen our chapters. I also support my peers with academic help, projects, and creative work, which has helped me build trust and contribute to a positive environment. Can you describe a time when you had to lead a group or a project? What challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them? Can you give an example when you worked successfully as part of a team? One example, when I was helped lead communication efforts for my FBLA chapter during competition season, we needed a clear system to share deadlines, updates, and resources. But people were getting overwhelmed with information. I created organized graphics, schedules, and reminders that made everything easier to follow. The challenge was making sure everyone stayed on the same page, so I asked for feedback, adjusted the format, and kept communication consistent. As a result, participation improved and members felt more prepared. For another example, a great example in my work in 4-H presentations, my team and I collaborated on planning, practicing, and refining our materials for District Activity Day. We divided responsibilities based on strengths, supported each other and during rehearsals, and gave consecutive feedback. The teamwork that helped us perform confidently and earn strong results at district and state competitions. Describe a time when you entered a problem and you had to think creatively to find a solution. Tell us about the situation. During my role as reporter, I once had to promote an event with very little time and limited information. Instead of rushing out a basic announcement, I created a simple but eye-catching graphic that could be updated as quickly as new details came in. This allowed us to communicate clearly without delays, and the template is now used for other events as well. It taught me that creative solutions don't always have to be complicated, they just need to solve the problem effectively. Why did you want to be part of FBLA, and what do you hope to gain from your involvement? I joined FBLA because I wanted real business skills, improve my communication, and challenge myself through competition. FBLA gives me the opportunities to grow as a leader, team professionalism, and connect with people who share similar goals. I hope to continue developing my confidence, teamwork abilities, and understanding of business concepts, so I can happily apply them in my future career. A business leader must make ethical decisions. Can you describe a time when you had to make a tough ethical choice? A situation I faced involved group work where someone suggested taking a shortcut that would have made the project easier but was not honest or fair. I spoke up and explained why it wasn't the right choice, and I encouraged us to complete the work properly. It took more time, but we ended up a project we were proud of. That experience reminded me that integrity matters more than convenience. Being able to receive feedback is an important skill in business. How comfortable are you with getting feedback from someone? Can you share experiences where you had instances of positive and negative feedback? I'm very comfortable with feedback because I see it as a tool for improvement. Positive feedback motivates me and helps me understand what I'm doing well. Negative feedback can be harder for me to hear, but it's often the most valuable. For example, when I received suggestions to improve the clarity of my graphics, I used that feedback to refine my designs, and the results were much stronger. Feedback helps me grow, and I appreciate when people take the time to offer it. How do you plan to use the skills you gained from FBLA in your future endeavors? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years in terms of your career or business aspirations? FBLA has helped me build communication, leadership, organization, and problem-solving skills, all of which are essential in the field of textile engineering. Textile engineering combines creativity, science, and innovation. I know that strong leadership and teamwork are just as important as tactical knowledge. Through FBLA, I've learned how to manage projects, communicate clearly, and think critically, which will support me as I move into STEM-based careers. In the next 5 to 10 years, I see myself studying textile engineering and working in a field where I can design, test, and improve fabrics and materials. I especially interested in sustainable textiles and how engineering can make clothing and manufacturing more efficient and environmentally friendly. I want to use the skills I've gained in FBLA like professionalism, ethical decision making, and collaboration to contribute to innovative projects and eventually take on the leadership roles within the textile engineering. Thank you for inviting me today, and I hope that you will honor me with the award of the Broyhill Leadership Conference to go, the Broyhill Leadership Scholarship to go to the Broyhill Leadership Conference.